Thanks for staying with us. This is Focus on Africa. Now, around 2/3 of child marriages happen in regions with higher than average climate risks. This is according to Save the Children. Well, vulnerable populations in these countries are at risk of being pushed further into poverty by extreme weather events, and child marriage can be seen as one less mouth to feed. Now, in Malawi's lakeside district of Mangochi, a region increasingly racked by drought, some families dependent on fishing and farming say there is no other option. The BBC's Okumu reports.
Hawa was just 16 when she got married earlier this year. The legal age to marry in Malawi is 18. More frequent droughts have badly affected her family's income from fishing and farming. And with very little money for basics or education, Hawa says she believed marriage was her only option.
Things have been changing over the years. Some days my father would come back home with nothing from the lake. There's been lots of hunger. He cannot pay my school fees. At school they laugh at me. It's very tough. I decided to get married because I want to help my parents.
Hawa calls this a decision, but she was underage. Did you try to stop her?
Hawa got married because of the poverty surrounding my home. It hurt me to see her make that decision, but I was concerned. I would have loved her to continue with her education. Before, I used to bring up to 3 buckets of fish, but now it is hard to get even a plate. We go to the lake at around 4 a.m. and come back with nothing.
According to the charity Save the Children, 40 million girls will be living in hotspot countries by 2050, who will be at a greater risk of extreme climate events and child marriage, defined as any marriage involving someone under 18. Malawi is among the top 5 countries most affected. In Mangochi alone, up to 200 underage girls get married each year. Hawa's story is not unique. Across Mangochi, dozens of girls face the same impossible choice, trading their future to help their families survive. And while Malawi's law prohibits child marriage, enforcement remains weak, especially where climate shocks are hitting the hardest. The current law defining marriage came in 2017, with a minimum age of 18. The age of sexual consent remains at 16. But marriage below the minimum age is not criminalized, happening quietly under customary rights. Arrests are only made when the girls involved are under 16 and a sexual offense has been committed.
The law that we have in this country, starting with the Child Justice Act, the amended Constitution, the Gender-Based Violence Act, all those speak to protecting the girl child. But then the traditional law or customary law does not take that into consideration.
McBain works with the locals and the Malawian government to help prevent or overturn child marriages and to reintegrate underage brides back into the education system.
After withdrawing them from child marriages, there is no support. The legal framework provides that we will arrest the person and goes to court, is convicted. But who supports the child?
Although Hawa says she's happy in her marriage and is clear she was not pressured to marry by her family, beneath the weight of her sacrifice, she still carries the drive of who she hoped to become.
If we had everything at home, I would have loved to continue with my education, become a teacher, and better my life.
And as long as climate change continues to worsen poverty, the hopes and the potential of young women like Hawa may remain unfulfilled. Okumu, BBC News, Mangochi, Malawi.